Hello everyone and welcome to another video of my blood results. It's been a while since I've made a video in English, I believe at least. I'm not really watching my old videos because they are horrible. This one probably as well, but never mind. So maybe someone of you is interested in my latest blood results on a plant-based diet which I'm on since 2012. Have to say that I didn't eat that well the last year and probably the last few years. Yeah, it's not been a lot of veggies, it's not been a lot of fruit. It's most of the time it's just been things that went really fast, like bread, even with vegan Nutella and stuff like that. Not only, but I often ate those things because I've just been too lazy to cook something. But I also eat a lot of lentils and beans and potatoes and broccoli and some fruits, bananas and things like that. But it wasn't as healthy as it used to be. The more I'm surprised about the good results in specific things like vitamin A, zinc, things like that, which I wanted to cover this time, especially because of this guy called, let's call him Syringe, because I have no idea how to pronounce his name, but I think every one of you knows who I mean. Like this guy is it S3 Ringe? Or is it SV Ringe? I don't know. Guess you know who I mean. The carnivore guy who always says that we cannot convert beta carotene from fruits and veggies into vitamin A, that it has to come from animal products like liver and stuff, and that we cannot absorb the iron from the food because of all of this anti-nutrients and stuff like that. That's why I got all my iron levels checked, like how it's called in English. Excuse my English, it's gotten even worse. Iron, ferritin, transferrin saturation. I just translated the German words into English, but I don't know if that's the correct way. Whatever. Okay, let's get into it. I did this video one take. It's always one take in my case because I cannot edit it at all. So it's always one take. And I did this already once before and it was super long. So let's get started. You can see already that my last big blood work was done like 1 year ago. You can see this, you can check it out. I'm gonna do this because I saw in the other video that this was most of the time covered. So you can check this out, but I have to go back. I printed it a bit stupid, like I should have only printed this part, but I wanted to have an overview from the last results. And since I'm taking this video with my iPhone and it's standing on a Xylit box, it's pretty weird. Okay, so I wrote some things in English so you have an overview what it's about, because the German short thingies here probably don't make sense to you at all. So let's start with the liver levels. We have this GOT, GPT, GGT, alkaline phosphatase, bilirubin and stuff. Everything is fine liver-wise and kidney-wise, except this one, which is always elevated in my case, but not very much. I believe, let's see, what's the range for bilirubin? It's 1.2 and I have 1.5. From work, I have seen much worse cases, like 2 point something. They usually have the white in the eye is usually yellow in those cases, or the skin is even yellowish. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, so my case is not very bad. I probably have morbus Meulengracht, which is which is also called Gilbert syndrome, I believe. You can Google it and see what it actually means, because it's hard for me to explain in English. But it's nothing bad. And It might also protect you from colon cancer. Some research says that, or from arteriosclerosis. Yeah, so we will see. Interesting is maybe this. This is urea. It's fine. As long as there is no plus or minus, it just means I'm in the range. Wait, I'm gonna flip this over so you can maybe take a screenshot or something, because these are the ranges from the parameters. I'm gonna do it like this and like this, so you can take a screenshot if you want, because I don't want to flip it over all the time. But just believe me, I'm in the range, except in bilirubin. Everything else is fine. Okay, let's go on. I said urea is fine. Potassium, which is Kalium in German, that's why there is a K, is fine. Sodium, creatinine, and uric acid, which is also fine, which is usually high in meat-eating people, or I believe also fish-eating people, because of the purine in the food, and that can cause elevated uric acid levels. In plant-based eaters as well, if they eat a lot of lentils and things like that. I actually do that sometimes, but I'm lucky it's still okay. Okay, cholesterol. Well, I seem to be a person who is genetically predisposed. Is it called predisposed? I guess you know what I mean. So my cholesterol levels never really been low. The lowest I've ever had was 175 or something. Maybe you can look it up in another old video from like 2013, I believe, as I started plant-based and was really strict with no overt fats and things like that. That's been the lowest. But I'm not eating healthy, I would say. I'm eating plant-based, but I'm not eating healthy. I'm eating stuff like this. Dominosteine. It's basically sugar, and some marzipan. I don't know how it's called in English. Is it even vegan? I didn't really check. Well, I know that they are, or they have been vegan last year. Yeah, they are. This is just, it can contain traces of milk and egg, but I don't care about traces. Okay, so okay, last time I only took the total cholesterol because I know this is usually fine. This is usually fine, and I already know that LDL is usually high. So this time I took them all again. Yeah, you can see this is a bit high. This could be lower. The triglycerides here, look, triglycerides could be lower, but it's okay. This one bothers me a bit, the LDL, but I have no idea why it's so high. My 14 years old slim son already has messed up cholesterol levels, and he doesn't eat bad. He eats omnivore, but he doesn't eat bad at all. For a teenager, I'm really happy. So now we have the blood sugar. I didn't take the fasting blood sugar because I wasn't fasting at this time here. I was actually eating in the morning, so I knew this gonna be not correct. I only took the HbA1c. That's like the memory of the blood sugar, which shows how your blood sugar has been the last 3 months. It's 4.7. Now you could say, well, look, it's rising. It is, according to this, it is. But in old videos, you can see that I used to have 4.7 before, and then it was one time it was only 4.0, and so on. And 4.7, I want to say, is really low. I rarely at work see people at my age, even teenagers, with such a low HbA1c. Usually people have like 5.1, 5.2, something like that. And everything below 6 is considered okay. Everything above 6 is considered low diabetes or pre-diabetes, something like that. Okay, what else do we have? we have, in German, it's called ferritin. I just called it iron. I believe that's the word. And last time I have been a bit too high. Why ever? And this time I'm 116, which is fine. If you want to see the ranges, just check your screenshot if you did one. I'm too lazy to flip over. We have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin makes more sense, doesn't it? I'm going to call it hemoglobin. And I have 14.9, which is pretty good. Most women, I wouldn't say all, but let's say a lot, or a few, or whatever, have lower levels. But you see, no, you don't see. I believe everything between 12 and 15 is okay. Let's check it one time. Hemoglobin, here we have it. Yes, between 12 and 16 is okay. The range for women is a bit higher, I believe, than for men. I'm not sure. Okay. Then we have the stuff between is like, this is hematocrit. Not very interesting. We have holo-TC, which is B12. It's like the second best option to get this checked because it shows very fast if you are deficient. There is also another one, I believe it's called MMS or something like that. But I took this one and I'm fine. Everything above a specific number, I'm not flipping over now, is considered fine. Maybe I should mention what I'm doing regarding B12. Wait, I'm gonna get it so I can show you if I find it. Okay, this is the stuff I'm taking. Vitamin B12 depot, and this is the stuff inside, hydroxycobalamin acetate. You see, I'm taking it at least since 2017, if not even longer. I used to take 1,500 micrograms, but I accidentally bought this one, and that is why I took 1,000, and in October I took also 1,000. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just like small ampules. And I guess I believe one is missing because I got one for my father. You put it in a syringe and inject it. I usually inject it in my arm, but it hurts a lot. So maybe I'm going to put it in my stomach, in my fat. But I believe it's better absorbed in my arm, so that's why I did it this way. Okay, let's go on. What else do we have? This is from a stool test. It's called M2. Is it called M2PK? I don't remember. Yeah, must be. It shows enzymes or proteins in your stool when you have precancerous stuff. It should be. It's not really proven, but I have an insurance which covers this, so I just did it. Costs about 27 euros. Yeah, well, it shows precancerous stuff, or it's supposed to show. So why not test it? I did this. And I also did this one in January, which is the IFOBT test. Yeah, don't know how it's called in English. It's another stool test. Okay, what else do we have? This is like thrombocytes and stuff from the small blood count. Don't know how it's called in English, I'm sorry. So now the interesting stuff, which I was mostly excited about, the vitamin A. Because syringe, let's call him syringe, claims that vegans or plant-based eaters cannot convert the beta-carotene into vitamin A. But obviously I can. Vitamin A, 486. I'm going to show you on the other paper because it's better visible there. But maybe shortly about the D3. Got a bit lowish, but I have to be honest, I didn't take it really regularly. But it's still in the range. So let's look here because it's a bit better to see. I hope everyone, I hope everything is visible. Maybe I should get a bit closer. No, this is not good. Let's do it like this. Hope you can see everything. Okay, vitamin D. Let's start here. 43. It's in the optimal range. But I used to be 65. I used to be here too. It's above the norm, but still fine. Then this is not worth mentioning. Don't know why it's written here. Vitamin A, 486. And I'm in the middle of the range. Very good. I did zinc because it was very cheap, like 5 or 6 euros. I'm in the range. And I did magnesium because it was also very inexpensive, and I'm also in the range. And this is again the whole OTC, the B12 stuff. Everything above 50 is fine, so I'm really above 50. Okay, I guess that's it. Well, I'm relieved that this is fine here, the vitamin A stuff, this zinc stuff. Nice to know that I'm converting it. The rest didn't really surprise me. Iron always been fine. I believe I never did the ferritin. No, I didn't mean this. Oh yes, I meant this. I didn't even write it and mark it. This is ferritin. Don't know how it's called in English. It's also in the range. And then we have, why didn't I even mark it? Okay, I forgot this. We have the very simple iron stuff. I'm in the range. We have the ferritin, which is how much there is in the storage of the iron, something like that. Cannot explain in English. Then we have the transferrin, that is like the transporting protein of the protein that binds to iron. Hope that's the right way to explain it. And then we have the transferrin saturation, which is this, Transferinsättigung in German, and it's also fine. Yeah. Okay, never did this before. I usually just did the very simple iron. But everything, ferritin, transferrin, and transferrin saturation, everything is fine. Usually, you can also already see it, at least that's what we do at work or what my doc does, when the hemoglobin is low, we usually also do the iron and ferritin and transferrin saturation. If this is not low, usually the other things are also not low. I believe. I'm not sure, but I've never seen it before. Could be. Okay. Talked a lot of nonsense probably, but this is how it looks like after 7 years eating plant-based. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna do this video in German as well. I don't know yet. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.